The moment I stepped into a gym, for the first 1 year, I was able to do things I could not do. You know, like sit-ups. Sit-ups, I have to have somebody hold my leg. And within a year, I can do sit-ups on my own. And within 4 years, I did my first chin-up.
By the time you get to your 40s and 50s, then things start to maybe go south a little bit, and then that's when they're a little more aware.
If there's one advice you can give to our audience, what would it be for somebody, a woman that's getting a bit older, that has never exercised before?
Overcome your fear. No, you have overcome
It is
so many
the fear.
challenges in your life. And this is a request to ask you to just step into the gym and be coached by a professional, all right, who walks the talk. And then do accordingly. Learn from the young.
Yeah. The thing that stops most of us is fear. It's not the weakness in the muscle or you are not flexible, because those can be overcome, but the fear really stops us for even trying. She's 80 and fitter than you. The mother-daughter gym story you need to hear. Today's episode will completely rewrite what you think is possible at any age. My guest, a powerhouse mother-daughter duo. Yan Lin, a trainer at Bespoke Fitness who lives and breathes movement, and her 80-year-old mom who not only trains regularly but is stronger, healthier, and more vibrant than most people half her age. We're going to talk about workouts that keep her in top shape, the mindset that defies every aging stereotype, and how fitness has strengthened not just their bodies but their bonds. So whether you're 28 or 78, this is the conversation you need to hear. We are so excited to have you here. You can see that all the girls are very excited because we are talking about that one question everybody wants to know. How do we stay fit and of course skinny and pretty throughout, our years as a woman until your mom here, who is clearly so fit and healthy at 79, right?
Yes.
Turning 80 at the end of the year.
4 months, yes.
Oh my goodness. So is there any tips that both of you can give us in terms of staying healthy, just in general?
You want me to start?
I start first.
Okay.
So I like the analogy that we brush teeth every day. So are you ever going to stop brushing your teeth? So the answer is, unless you want to lose your teeth to tooth decay and all that, you probably will never stop. So for us, exercise is key. Okay, so exercise, proper nutrition, and then enough sleep or rest. These three very basic, seemingly basic things to most people don't get it right. So I think this is just the basics to being healthy.
I love it already. Exercise, nutrition, getting enough sleep, all of them are free.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I mean, you're not trying to sell us anything here because out there on social media, I'm always getting on my feed anyway, detox teas special kind of. Yeah, so this is doable.
Yeah, yes. I mean, it's within reach of everybody, I think. You can go to a park, you can do it at home, you can do some push-ups, squats at home.
Yeah,
you can cook your own food.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Is that your same philosophy?
Oh, slightly different. Growing up, we always are here that we have to listen to our parents. As I grow older,
Listen to my parents.
as I grow older, I listen to my daughter and my son because they are the ones who give me tips on how to be fit, healthy, disease-free until today.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So you have not always been like this? Like you have not exercised throughout your life?
It's like this. In the past, when I was working in the corporate world, I suffered cholesterol problems. All right. Number 2, constipation. Those are very, very difficult things. And especially when I was traveling and then, changes in climate and deadlines and so on and so forth. I was really a wreck sometimes in the area of the gut.
I see.
All right. So it's always been like that until I retired. I took early retirement at 57.
Okay.
Had the opportunity to do that. And that was when she literally gave me a book. Mom, you have all the time in the world now. Read this and go exercise and practice it. So I read it from cover to cover and practiced some of the exercises, read about their nutrition as well, and also on my own. All right. On my own for like 15 years. Going through whatever I was taught through the book. But after 15 years, I didn't see big changes, right, in my fitness, in my emotions, and in my lifestyle whatsoever. It was until she told me, Mom, you come to the gym, all right? You better come to the gym. So I better go. And the moment I stepped into a gym, for the first 1 year, I was able to do things I could not do. You know, like sit-ups. Sit-ups, I have to have somebody hold my leg. And within a year, I can do sit-ups on my own. And within 4 years, I did my first chin-up. I was so excited.
Oh my God.
So it's been 7 years since she has been coaching me. And whatever you see on Instagram and Facebook and all that, that's the result of her and the brothers coaching of this old lady. So be obedient. I always tell be obedient to the kids. They have the latest research. They have the latest knowledge about exercise, about nutrition. So, and then we are old school. So better listen to them.
Are you listening?
Yeah.
But that's an amazing story. So how many years have you been doing this with Yan Lin?
With Yan, 7 years.
7 years.
Yes.
And then you,
What book did you give her and why did you in the end ask her to come to the gym? Because you realized she wasn't making gains on her own, right?
Tells you like how many exercises to do, what exercises to do. But that was, I think, before we started the gym.
okay.
So before we started our own gym, we were also floundering around inside different gyms and doing our own things as well. So I didn't have a specific thing to tell my mom what to do.
Yes.
And then 9 years ago, after we started the gym, I was kind of like watching her. I saw other clients progress.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, same old, same old. Then I was like, I think you just better come to the gym and it probably make a difference. And it obviously has.
But it is amazing because I can safely say I cannot do a pull-up. I really cannot do a pull-up. So it is...
I also really could not do. But if you are trained by her, you can do many things you cannot do.
I think it's by force. So I think that she'll tell you that the first thing that she wanted to do in the gym was a sit-up.
Yeah, that's all I needed to do.
So literally when I see older folks, you know, they get out of bed, they don't sit upright. They roll out of bed because there's no core strength. So that was literally her first goal and only goal she's ever had, a sit-up, unassisted. Other than that, all the pull-ups, the chin, all incidental or accidental because we do back day. So you have to do pull-ups and then all the assisted stuff. And then just eventually one day she was waiting for the bus. Then she tried, hey, can do already. Okay, finish. That's it. Congratulations. That's how she became pull-up grandma. There's no aspiration, no stress.
Yeah.
I think like with my older clients, like my mom, I know they do it. Firstly, they are extraordinary. I think out of the thousands of seniors, and my mom will tell you like after 7 years of trying to convince all her friends and peers to come to, she only convinced one. And that's Auntie June, who's in her 70s also. All the other seniors are, oh, you're inspirational. But they don't do anything. They don't take action, which is quite, I think it's sad.
Disappointing too.
To my mom, it's disappointing because she tries. Then after all these years, then they come to her in the end. Oh, I got this sickness, I got this
that pain.
And then we're like, well, if you exercised earlier, you wouldn't have these issues. I mean,
Do you think it's a mindset thing or do you think it's a physical thing that people who are fitter will then tend to go to the gym or is it a mindset?
I think there's also fear.
Yeah?
No, in them, fear of change, doing something different, something new.
Yeah.
Then when I was reflecting on this, I said, look, these are the people, 70s and 80s, like my age group. We lived through very, very difficult times, isn't it? We basically were alongside quote and unquote Lee Kuan Yew and all the hardship we went through. And we were so gung-ho, we did it and then achieved some degree of success. Then how come people dare not come into the gym? Really, you know, it's very bewildering to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe the one thing that makes you different from other people is that your willingness to be a novice, to be like a newbie in a field. And sometimes when we get older, we are unwilling to do that, you know? Like my mom plays mahjong, but she only wants to play mahjong because she has done it for years. So she is good at it. But if you introduce a new game, just don't want to try, you think?
that, like you said earlier, it's a lot of, I think a lot of people have older folks have a lot of wrong mindset or there's a lot of myths that go around and they are perpetuated by their own friends. Like the myth of, drinking protein powder will give you kidney failure. Every senior whom I tell like, hey, have a little more protein in your diet so that you beat sarcopenia and stuff like that. They're like, no. My so-and-so doctor friend, blah, blah, blah will say, then I'll be like, okay, you're an intelligent person, you have a phone, can you do a little bit of research?
Yeah.
And so these are to like my mom's and all her friends who are, they're educated, you know, like, okay, you go and do a little research yourself. Don't, I saw this thing got forwarded to me. It's like, wow, this thing very good. And I'm like, don't do this. So there's no science backing. And we like to pride ourselves as people who are science-backed and data-driven. So in that, then we reinforce the correct or the more up-to-date sort of science of exercise rather than just sticking to the old school, okay? That's
But
what
there are also organizations and institutions that perpetuate this kind of thinking. That old people are frail, you know, be very careful with that, how you handle that. Look at this, look at this national, senior sports day. Senior sports day that's forthcoming. When I look at what they're planning to do to the seniors, it's like kids' games, all right? Games for the kids and games for the disabled. Come on.
Yes. So not elevating people to that level too. Okay.
it's really dumbing down seniors a lot of the time.
Yes.
I think a lot of the seniors are capable. But when you go to like, say, a senior care center or something like that, because of their fear of safety, so what if they're moving around, they might trip or slip or fall.
People are so worried.
Correct. So we rather they just sit down and then, you know, do your whatever arts and crafts or something like that. Which is, unfortunately, it's to their detriment. And even when you go to Gym Tonic, like there's the Lian Foundation gym chain, which is geared towards seniors and pioneer and Merdeka generation, all the machines are seated. So it's like, there's a limit as to what they can supposedly do. Whereas I think that mindset really needs to go.
So it's like putting a glass ceiling for the seniors already. And the thing is, we always look at the people around us and then we think that we can be like them. So, you know, before they broke the 4-minute mile first, nobody could run the 4-minute mile. Then after, when one person broke it, so many people broke it after that. So maybe like my mindset is none of them here can do a pull-up. So I'm like, I cannot do a pull-up. But now that you are here, maybe I'm going to start thinking I can do a pull-up, you know. So
the more seniors that break that stereotype, like my mom, then you know that maybe not her generation so much, but the younger people can, like yourselves, you know, in your 40s, 20s, 40s, 30s, aspire to that. Then you know that that's possible. Whereas for a lot of seniors and like her friends and peers, unfortunately, they will not. Yeah, which is really, really sad.
that is very sad, right? Yeah. It's a chicken and egg, right? You want to be healthier, you need exercise. But of course, when you exercise, there's always going to be a little bit of risk involved, you know. But it's not the end of the world, but it's going to help prevent the exercise. So chicken and egg, So you're right. And this whole perception of the stereotype, even for girls, a lot of people, I mean, I didn't used to go to the gym until, say, like maybe 5-10 years ago, because when I was younger, gym was only for muscular men. So I did what most girls did, just yoga, right? But you know, you can do so much yoga. That's why I cannot do a pull-up. It's also a stereotype for women, right?
Correct.
That they all bulge up.
Yeah.
But we are not on steroids. Why would we bulge up?
Yes. And the other myth is that if you take protein, why you're going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And so all the girls are very scared. So when I first went to the gym, I also said to the PT, I don't want to be muscular and fat. And then he's like, I don't even think you will be able to do that kind of weight or eat that kind of protein to be. And then when I took the protein, I realized I'm nowhere near even enough protein to maintain muscle mass as I grow older. Can you imagine? Yeah. So that's incredible, right? But I'm sure when your mom first came to you, I mean, she started with no background in bodybuilding. How did you start her off? Like, if my mom were to follow me to the gym, how would I start her off? Body weight exercises or?
So when she first started, she had done a little bit on her own.
Okay.
Based on like the books.
Okay. Things that you can do at home.
No, she went to the
Oh, you went to the gym. Oh, okay. Okay.
Gym,
I think that is one of the misconceptions that a lot of people that start out, they always feel like maybe embarrassed or shy to go into the gym because you're like, it's a new area. Am I going to get injured and stuff like that? But actually, to your point, it's like, do I start body weight first or do I go to the gym first? Honestly, go to the gym first because a lot of body weight exercises are not scalable. Say, for example, she's 50 kilos. If she does a squat, she is squatting 50 kilos. But if you do, like, say, a goblet squat or an assisted squat, you can reduce the weight or you can make it easier for her. Or you can do a leg extension, which strengthens the legs, the quads, but it doesn't rely on her entire body weight. So for maybe if you're larger, it's not ideal to even do body weight type exercises.
Like a supported pull-up.
Yes, correct.
Pull-up, then you have some weight.
Or you do like dumbbell row instead of doing a pull-up or getting anywhere closer. So in terms of people that are looking to start, we always say hire a coach. Because if you do not start off well with a trained professional, you will get injured. And then when you get injured, that's when everything takes a backseat. Because you're like injured, you're out for 6 months, then after that, gotta start over again. Yeah, you get scared, there's fear, especially for older people. We don't want them to get injured. So a younger person may recover after 3 months, but an older person takes like 6 months or 1 year to recover. Then you're like, wow, I really don't want to be anywhere near a gym.
But you know, the funny thing about getting injured, I mean, my parents, myself, I also realized that if you don't even have enough muscle, you can just fall and get injured also, you know. So it is not like you will get injured in the gym. In fact, sometimes you get injured in the gym, the kind of injury is a bit more controlled than you not able to balance properly and then just slipping and falling.
Yeah. Or like little things like you can't hold the weight and you drop it on your toe or something. It's not exercise specific. People always think, I will get injured because of the exercise, but probably not. You might kick a plate or kick a machine or something like that. Yeah. Totally irrelevant.
I think the other way of responding to your question from my point of view, because she's going through the details of the exercises, is for me to go to a class. I don't go for personal training with her. All right. Go into a class, and her class doesn't have any age barrier. The youngest,
Yan Ling's class.
Yan's class, yes, she used to have larger classes, and now that she has a boutique gym, there's like 4 to 6 people, and she doesn't have classes for the oldies and classes for the young people and so on and so forth. We're all mixed together. So that's, I think, very, very stimulating.
Really?
All right. An environment that sort of says, okay.
And younger.
They're more entertaining for my mom.
To motivate.
You motivate one another, you encourage one another, and you support one another. Honestly, you know, it's like some of these young people in their 20s when in your previous gym, they will be partnering me, and when they partner me, you know, one old lady and then she's like in her 30s or so. I think the two of us, when we exercise together, somehow we synchronize very, very well. So no problem with that whatsoever, right?
Yes.
So young or old, let's all come in together.
Just
then of course,
Correct.
yes. Then of course, after several years, when I can outperform many of them, it's good to see my score up there, you know, at the end of the day.
Naturally very competitive.
But that's great because, you know, on the other hand, sometimes when we go to these classes, they are saying meant for women, meant for... After I gave birth, I went for a class that was meant for postpartum women. But then, you know, I felt like all of us were made to do such simple stuff, but certainly some could do a bit more. So it's like they stereotype us. So then the glass ceiling is there.
So I think that in our context, we are like anti-ageist. So in a lot of gyms, they do have those specific classes for seniors, for ladies, for, I don't know, whatever guys that want to do whatever weightlifting and stuff. And I think our dynamic is such that the exercise can be scaled to everybody.
Okay.
And so in my mom's view, and I didn't realize this until like last year, like in her view, because all she ever sees is people doing pull-ups in our gym. So she just assumed that everybody that goes to a gym, any gym, not just my gym, can do a pull-up.
That's incredible.
So when she meets other people, like reporters or whatever, she said, oh, it's not, do you do pull-ups? It's how many can you do?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My current number is 0. I'm so ashamed to say it. My current number is 0.
Yeah, so my mom's view is shaped by what she sees every day. So that's her view.
That's actually incredible because, you know, I remember when I was pregnant, I went for exercise class where it was just very simple. I don't think we did anything, maybe lie down and breathe. And I belong to a gym where I have a friend who is pregnant. So shout out to Helen. And she is like 7 to 8 months pregnant and she is doing pull-ups. Can you imagine? And I'm like, if only I knew. Then when I was pregnant, maybe I could have done it, but I didn't even dare to touch the pull-up bar because I think if I did it, I think a lot of people will rush towards me and go, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, you know, some people even frown on pregnant ladies going to a gym and say, you know, they will say, oh, please don't, your baby will drop out or something, right? Yeah. So, yeah. But I sense another story here. One is your mom's journey, but one is your journey. What made you open the gym like 9 years ago and you did it with your brother?
Yeah. So me and my brother, we opened Bespoke Fitness 9 years ago. And so like my brother's a businessman. So he thought, okay, in that particular area, it would be a good business to have. For myself, my motivation is, I think the biggest motivation is the passing of my dad. So in all the interviews, all you see is my mom. And obviously my dad is not here. And the reason for that is his entire life, he was like yo-yo dieting, never exercised, and he was very large. And he died at 69. And after that, I sort of knew that exercise, proper nutrition is very important to prevent that from happening to other people. So I started,
Heart attack
all the chronic illnesses and all that. I want to prevent that from happening to my loved ones first and then to other people. Because nowadays I find people, they look at things like high cholesterol, blood pressure issues, diabetes. They accept that as a norm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that is not right. Actually, all these like metabolic diseases lead to bigger issues. And if you can nip these at the bud first by getting people to exercise properly, eat a little bit better. I'm not saying like, well, eat salad and chicken breast every day.
Yeah, we don't do that.
To sleep a little more. Singaporeans are chronically sleep deficient. Like, is it 4 to 5 hours on average or something? It's a big issue in Singapore. I mean, the HPB tracks your sleep. So Singapore knows, or the government knows that you need to sleep more in order to be a healthier population. So these three things are the basic foundation like that we started the conversation with. So that is my drive to make people healthier. And it's quite a battle. I think it is a battle. The older folks that come to me, they already know that they need assistance and that they need help. The younger people that come to me, I think some of them do know that they need to make certain changes. But I think my biggest struggle is when the client comes to me and they don't want to change anything, but they just want to add exercise, which is, I've had to console myself that at least they're exercising. So they're better than 70% of the population because about 30% of Singaporeans exercise or statistically. So 70% don't. So at least these are the 30%. And you cannot out-exercise poor nutrition or lack of sleep or whatever, but it does help a little bit. At least they've got a little bit more foundation than, say, their non-exercising peers.
Yeah, so the 3 pillars are important. And I do have patients who tell me, I'll sleep when I'm dead. You know, you always hear those people in the corporate world, I'll sleep when I'm dead, right? They do that all the time. So you're right, you can't exercise, poor sleep and poor nutrition. Yeah. But you know, the fact that you call your gym Bespoke Fitness makes me think that maybe you are customizing it for your clients. Is that why?
We have a basic structure.
Okay.
So 3 parts to the workout. So warm up is all body weight. Strength and conditioning, right? Yes, correct. So strength and conditioning is the traditional, you know, squats, deadlifts, that kind of stuff. And then the last part is the WOD, which is the aerobic portion. So that gets your heart.
Oh my God, sounds long. I was thinking of bringing all the girls. They all look very worried. 1 hour. Oh my God.
Only an hour.
Can you all do 1 hour?
Yeah, sure,
okay.
can.
1 hour. Again, rewind again. How long is the aerobic portion?
Kind of varies. Maybe not very long, like 10, 15 minutes, 10,
what
20
are you
minutes.
doing?
Various things like you can do like some body weight stuff like burpees, you can do pull-ups, you can do weighted exercises, running, anything just to get the heart
Yeah, it's
pumping.
3 parts, but some people think that once they finish part 1, that's the end, all right? I can go home now. What?
No, because the Mayo Clinic has found that anaerobic, strength training, hypertrophy, plus aerobic is the best combination for de-aging. So that's the drive for de-aging and longevity, basically. Even Peter Attia will say VO2 max and strength is how you measure health and fitness, right? Basically. So the beauty, and like my mom highlighted, is that the classes are small.
How many people?
4.
only
so
4
one
people?
coach, one coach to 4. So it's like a
That's
small
very bad
group
for me
training.
because I always cheat.
You
Four
can
people.
hide.
Yeah, you cannot
hide in
hide. I
the
like the
corner.
big
Yeah,
classes
yeah,
where there's a
yeah.
pillar, and then when I'm very tired, I will
my
hide behind
eyes
the
are
pillow.
there.
Oh
watching
dear.
you like, okay, Chai Ling,
Oh my
please increase the
god! I
rate.
actually did that in Muay Thai class when I tried Muay Thai and I hid behind the pillar.
No.
Okay.
There's nowhere to hide in the gym.
Okay.
My eyes and my ears are everywhere.
Wow.
So it's very boutique. But like my mom has highlighted, the dynamics of the class are very important because personal training is great. And I think that if you're a new person to exercise, personal training is the way to start because then you have your foundation.
Yeah.
But after a little while, it can get a bit boring.
Yeah.
There's
Because you're that one person there.
only so much you can say to your client, and usually they will have a target. Like say, I want to get 10 kgs down to get into my wedding dress. Then after that, what do you do? Maintenance, right? And that's where the maintenance comes in. So we provide knowledge. So it's like, how do you exercise? What to do? Then after that, we have accountability. So to the coach and also to your friends, it's like, hey, I'll see you on Friday. Oh, better be there for leg day, right? So you know, like each other, right?
Okay.
And then there's just a lot of camaraderie. And
Yes.
natural.
And it's also more embarrassing to hide behind a pillar when the other 3 people are still running, right?
Or age shaming.
Or age shaming, yes.
So she uses 15 kilos, for example, and she always wakes up.
What?
Example.
I've never touched a 15 kilo,
So,
maybe
like her
rice.
score, her name is in the 7 a.m. slot. So the ladies that come later or the gentlemen that come later see like, whoa, Auntie C used 15 kilos. That means I cannot use lighter than...
Oh my god!
Or like she finished in half an hour, so I must finish less than half an hour.
That is crazy, but that's good because competition isn't bad. Having a little bit of benchmark is good. I think this is a better scenario than going to a class where it's all seniors and then they give you 2 kg and everybody is using 2 kg and you're like, okay, but then that's what they expect and then they're telling you things like, be careful, you fall down. You already feel like you're going to fall down if somebody tells me you're going to fall down, right?
That's what I mean by dumbing down seniors.
Yeah.
So we don't do that. And because the class is so small, we can cater like the exercise to each individual.
Okay, at least there's somebody looking at you lah.
That 100%. So people feel safe when they are doing the exercise.
I could do 15, others could do 8, another
But it actually really
Just
doesn't
work with your own
matter as long as you improve, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how, your 3 pillars, how often would you encourage your students to come? Is this a daily thing or 2 times a week, 3 times a week? What is it?
2? I think my mom's routine is probably the best. Yeah, so she comes 3 times a week.
Okay.
So every day of the week is a different body part. So like say for example, Monday is chest and biceps.
Okay.
And then Tuesday, shoulders, Wednesday's core, Thursday's back and triceps, Friday's leg day. So she does a 2-week rotation. So it's 1, 3, 5 the first week, and then 2, 4, 6.
Everything.
And she is older. So I understand that she needs more time to rest.
Yeah.
But then nowadays on her so-called rest day, you see her running and doing pull-ups and all that.
But I really like your philosophy because you're actually hitting many body parts. Because when I used to go to the gym, I actually see some guys, they're always doing the same workout. Yeah, because they look good and that's the exercise they do the best. So they either have very big upper body, then their legs are very skinny. But because they don't like to squat, so they don't squat because they don't do well. It's like a reinforcing thing, And probably it's the same way I'm asking about cardio because I hate cardio, I hate running. But then the more I don't run, then, so what your mom is doing, she is actually getting out of her comfort zone. She's not just choosing the days that she likes, which is what normal people would do. Like, choose just up, chest. But she's doing the core, and you are rotating until you're good.
I told you from the beginning, I'm very obedient.
And there's a lot of things she doesn't like to do.
Yeah.
She'll grizzle, grumble.
But you still do it.
And try to negotiate, but nothing
Apparently
works.
my eye power is very good.
You're right.
I think this morning is a good example. So this morning, my poor mom hasn't had a nap yet today because she's so tired. Her workout took her 3 hours.
3 hours.
So I did it in about 50 minutes. And her class...
So this class is not 1 hour.
Okay, so it depends. So on a Sunday, we do something called a megawatt. And now this is usually based on time. So there's X number of movements and that she has to complete it. And her being a perfectionist and never giving up, it just literally took her 3 hours and 3 minutes.
Oh my God.
So she did 343 burpees.
343
Yeah.
in a year?
Like this morning, before she cleaned the house.
How did you do 343 burpees this morning?
I watch.
I didn't I wasn't supervising that closely.
Come on, you supervise from here.
Yeah, I can hear.
That is impossible.
Then the more impossible part, she did 105 pull-ups. Plus the burpees.
This morning?
Yeah, this morning. She's still
that's like-
and then there were lunges, and lunges are like, I don't know.
What is she training for? This is an incredible number. I mean, how do you do 105 pull-ups? 343.
15 times 7 rounds.
So you break it up into little
Yeah,
tranches. But that takes an incredible amount of willpower. What is going through your head when you're trying to complete that?
keep fit. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be a burden to anybody. I want to be independent. And based upon the various population studies I've participated in and my annual doctor's checkup, the reports are always good. So I sort of feel that my youth gets renewed. And it's delightful to hear that my arteries are 26 years younger than my chronological age.
That's amazing. Okay, that's amazing. And how about all the diseases you said you had before? Is it cholesterol when you were in a corporate world?
Yeah, now all gone. No cholesterol problems, no high blood pressure, no
Not on any medicine.
diabetes, no sarcopenia, no osteoporosis, and all these are often linked with people my age group.
Yeah.
Or knee pains or whatever it is. I don't have any medication whatsoever.
That is crazy. But let me ask you, what nutrition are you on? I mean, you know, when you talk about cholesterol and all that, I think that it may be also linked to what you're eating.
Yes, our daily meals are made up of food without SOAP, something coined by my son. S stands for sugar. O is oil. We don't have oil. We don't have added oil in our food. No additives and no processed food. That's how we eat.
Wow, okay.
Right? So 21 meals in a week. So 19 to 20 meals I cook and it's all done at home. I know what goes in there. No soap whatsoever. Then once or twice a week when we socialize or want to do something different, we go out and eat, and we know that there's plenty of soap out there.
So I gather you all don't eat char kway teow, chicken rice.
We buy one
meal
plate, alright, on cheap meal days. We'll buy one plate and we
I
all
feel
get
so
one
guilty
or
now.
two mouthful each, and we're happy.
When
don't
was
eat
the last
whole
time you all had
plate.
bubble tea?
I
No,
don't
I
have
think
it.
we did. We just had it in Vietnam like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did. 3 people share one glass.
Yeah, one glass.
Oh my God, this is incredible. Now I'm
bit of
feeling very
self-control.
guilty.
Well, we
I'm
buy
feeling
a
very
lot of
guilty.
food, different food once we're eating out, but
Yeah.
a few mouthful each, and then we're happy already.
Yan Lin was talking about protein, right? And I find that that's very important because that's one of the things my parents don't get enough of. Because, you know, my mom's of the old school and she doesn't listen to me, not like you listening. And she still goes on, cannot eat so much meat. It's going to cause cancer. She wants to eat a lot of vegetable. And you know, in the old days, the Buddhists tend to be a bit more vegetarian. But you know, it's actually very high carb and they're not getting enough protein. I see how they are getting weaker and weaker. But their idea of protein is very bad. You know, the old days, meat is very bad. Do you all actually purposefully track your protein content to eat a bit more?
I think we don't go out and weigh the calories
you
and
don't?
all that. We just do a fistful, roughly
okay.
a fistful of meat or fish.
Okay.
Right?
But there's always some meat with every meal. You're not scared of it, right?
Right, always a fistful of meat, a fistful of vegetables. In fact, I take more vegetables because I can't eat too much fruits, being fructose intolerant.
Okay.
And then, of course, our carbohydrates, unpolished rice.
And you
It's always these three things.
okay with carbohydrates?
Because, you know, nowadays there's so many fad diets out there. There are some people like zero carbs, no carbs at all. Or zero, some people like zero plants, no vegetables at all. And you know, the truth is they all go through their fads, right? But for you, it's all about having this three.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah, so I think that it's important that we do get the protein.
Yeah.
So we do aim for at least 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight.
Wow, that's not easy to achieve,
It's
huh?
not. So I force feed my mom. So she doesn't know. So I make breakfast every day and she doesn't know no, she does.
I know.
I put the scoop of protein powder in her breakfast.
The collagen.
Then she has cottage cheese, so that helping of protein is at least like 40 grams of protein just in the breakfast
in the
itself.
morning.
You are the best daughter.
What do you hide in the protein?
Yeah, everything. She has coconut water. She has all the
Cocoa as well.
wheat germ, psyllium husk. It's like that health concoction. She has that for breakfast. We all have the same.
So do you take protein powder too?
I do.
Okay.
And she even has 2 helpings of protein powder. So we know that as we age, you need more protein because of anabolic resistance. So for my mom particularly, she has her post-workout protein shake also.
Is that whey protein?
Yep, she has whey protein isolate because
Okay.
of the lactose
And not-
intolerance.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
enjoy
another
You enjoy that?
about 30 grams of protein.
How do you enjoy that? When I take the protein, I find I don't like the taste.
You have to
Do you
choose
mix it with a bit of
do you
what?
put
Alcohol?
in? Depends on what you put in.
So what do you put it with?
We put coconut water.
For hers, it's coconut water, cocoa powder, unsweetened,
Oh.
and then muesli. We make it ourselves. So oats and sunflower seeds, super easy. Just blend.
She makes it different.
And then
I love it.
for her, I know, secret ingredient, secret sauce, kiwi fruit skin.
Oh, fruit skin, really?
Yeah,
I thought people,
skin
Eat the
kiwi
fruit,
fruit.
I eat the skin.
I thought people don't like the skin.
No, so what happened was she has a little bit of IBS because of the fructose.
Yeah, so you can't take too much.
Too much.
Yeah,
She
so
can,
no
but she
fruit juice,
cannot
yeah.
take too much. So
The skin
we
is okay.
heard from Dr. William Lee. I think he's like specializes in gut microbiome type stuff, anti-cancer, right? Oncologist, I think. He talked about kiwi fruit skin. And then we latched onto that. So we do our own research, and the thing is, we like to test things on ourselves before we recommend.
Very important.
Yeah, because people say this doctor say this doctor say, you never try.
It's not okay for
Correct. Yeah. So we tested it on her, and it actually worked a little bit.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I eat the kiwi fruit at night and then give her the skin in the morning. so it goes the waste.
It's amazing that you all
goes
can
the
have
waste.
such good nutrition, especially for somebody who's suffering from IBS, because IBS tends to, have these flares, and sometimes you cannot even eat a lot of things.
Yeah, so for her, it's just fruit. And she did her own research and she tested it on herself. So she reduced, not that she doesn't eat fruit, but less.
And your IBS symptoms, are they under control with this diet?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the Bristol scale, you are somewhere not a 1 anymore. On the poop scale.
Or on the poop scale.
Yes.
No.
Or like
One is constipation.
also it's the other end.
the
8.
other end.
Okay.
So it would be a 6.
Oh, okay. Somewhere closer to 4 and 5. Yeah. That's good.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So over time, we've tested different things, like even if it's just like a supplement or a, I don't know, superfood, those superfoods. Yeah, we put the chia seeds in our breakfast.
I like it. Yeah. And there's no harm in testing it out, I mean,
I love
if,
nuts.
if you're going to eat processed food, then you might as well test all these chia seeds because, the best case scenario is that they work and the worst case scenario is they don't, but they're not going to be harmful like sugar, which is why I said all the additives. But what's most amazing about Auntie C is that when she walked in without walking frame or walking stick. And
I think that's the stereotype of people her age, right?
yes. So it's amazing. So I'm just wondering.
I'm going to be traveling to Perth on my own.
Oh yeah, she still works.
God, you're traveling on
she
your
still
own.
works
I don't
and she
even
travels by
know
herself.
whether I can travel on my own.
Yeah, without assistance.
I
Really?
go to Perth 2 to 3 times a year because I've got siblings there. I've got business there with a motel.
Keeps her brain
Go and work.
in
You have to
functioning.
go and work in Perth in a motel.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
79 and you
Yeah.
travel there alone.
Yeah.
That is
she-
crazy.
Yeah, even the taxi driver is amazed. What? Auntie, you going to alone? And then when I come back, he said, where's your helper? I said, what helper? I'm the one cleaning the house. What helper are you talking about? So all these boxes and luggages, I said, I'll do it one by one.
But that's amazing. The questions people ask you also kind of classify you into a stereotype, right? If people keep asking you, where's your helper? You start thinking, do I need a helper? And people ask you, are you okay alone? You start thinking, am I okay alone? But I'm so amazed that, you defy all these odds and you just live your life the way you want to live it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoying it.
Yeah. But the question I wanted to ask Yan Lin is there any exercise that you purposefully designed for your mom so that she's functionally, for older people, like you very rightly brought out, it was the sit up, which I noticed for my parents, they don't sit up like that. So that's one. And walking is very important. So is there any exercises for women, especially past 50 that we must do? Because let's say there are so many exercises and you have your everyday. And I'm thinking for all of us here that, you know, I don't need to be super fit, but I want to grow old like Auntie C. But I can't do everything. So what are the important ones? If we just break it down and we focus on the important ones that allow us to live functionally, like carry 2 bags of rice, you know, 1 bag, 2 bottles of milk, 2 gallons of milk, be able to walk, run after the bus, you know. If you see a cute guy, you can turn around very fast without straining your neck. You know, that's all important functional movements.
Yeah, so I think that if you boil it down to one exercise, one functional exercise, it'll be squats.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your lower half of your body is the biggest muscle.
That's the biggest muscle.
And this is the one that holds you up.
Okay.
So being able to sit down to a chair, being able to walk up steps, being able to go to the toilet, especially like pedestal toilets.
You're right.
I think that squatting is one of the most important things. And unfortunately for a lot of older folks, even when they go to the gym, they don't know how to squat. Like they won't be doing a back squat with a barbell for sure.
Okay.
Are they going to be using a dumbbell? Probably not. But unfortunately, they'll probably be sitting on a leg extension machine and doing this.
Yes.
Which is
That's not the
a
same
functional
glutes. Yeah.
movement. You do
It's
not activate the glutes, which are what are the essential muscles in your ass.
Okay, unfortunately, I hate squats.
Yeah. Well.
But we all do it.
Yeah, but we all
do
So
it. But it's important. But I agree.
Yeah,
that's
not
very
for me.
important.
Yes.
yeah, so I think that that is the most functional and essentially probably the one exercise that you should not skip. So all those men out there, if you're listening to this,
the upper body
don't skip
warriors.
leg day. Yeah, correct.
Okay. So, you know, since I don't like squats, you can continue shaming me and all our audience. What are you squatting right now? Are you squatting with a barbell, goblets, and what's your maximum?
30, isn't it?
No, it's 50, mum.
50.
50 kg?
Oh, my weight. Oh, she said I'm squatting my weight.
Okay. So,
That one's in the Straits Times. That was listed in the Straits Times.
what is that? Dumbbell or barbell?
20 kilo barbell with 15 and 15.
So you're squatting 50 kg.
That's her max, love.
That is crazy.
But I've never really tested her max. You know,
Yeah.
people like to do one max.
Yeah. But the fact that you can do even
But the goblet squat,
20.
20. That's
Yeah.
You're holding
15,
it,
15 is easy now.
Yeah.
15 is easy.
Yeah, well, when you like to show off, you do 20.
15 is easy.
She likes to show off, lah. Come on.
it's a good trait, you know, because
Yeah.
to show off, you must have something to show off, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so squats is the one thing, and now I know that my aim is 50 kg.
At least body weight.
Yeah,
Whatever
okay,
your body weight
whatever
is.
your
Yeah,
body
whatever
weight
your
is.
body
So yeah, okay, 50 kg. So I want to squat 50 kg. What's the second exercise I must do?
I think I realized one thing after analyzing it for a little while. I think pull-ups.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think when we go older, we actually need the muscle to pull up?
So you think about this. When you are older, or have you ever been to like an old folks home or like say a disabled toilet?
Yeah.
You know those bars?
Okay.
They're not just there to support you when you sit down.
So that when you get up, if your legs are weak, then you
Correct. In the event that you fall, and I've dramatized this to many clients before, they're like, "Oh, why do you need pull-up strength? You know, why does your mom bother?" In the event that you fall down, you need to pull yourself up somehow. And I feel that if you are so weak and you fall and your legs can't support you, you need to pull up. And unfortunately, a lot of older folks, the ones who, you know, pass away in their homes, who do not have assistance, they cannot get help because they cannot get up. And I mean, grip strength is tested in hospitals, like with the dynamometer. I think we test it in our gym as well, because that correlates your longevity and your health span.
I see.
So grip strength, hanging on the bar, even just dead hang, her record, she's like a Singapore record holder. She went to this like Korean hot pot place and won 1 year's worth of hot pot because she was the longest dead hanging person.
Oh my God, shame me again. How long are you dead hanging for?
163 seconds.
163
That was
seconds.
that was her
is-
old record. Her old record.
Oh, there's
now
a new...
it's 2 minutes 32 seconds.
I
or something
cannot
like that.
hang
She's
for
just
2
hanging,
minutes for my life. I cannot hang
then
for 2
she
minutes.
loves to tell the story of the second time we went. Because the first time she went, she was like, "Oh, I only have to dead hang line for 100 seconds. I win.
Yeah.
She already won lah.
Yeah.
Then after that, we went back again because she realized, I can set the longest record. Then the second time you went back, you were very amused.
Yeah. Because I hung as long as I could. And when I came down, you look at the number of young people who bow down to me. It's hilarious.
Okay, so everybody that hang your bar to beat is 200 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Try for 2 minutes.
Females is like 2 minutes or something like that.
You can
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Try for
The
2
grip
minutes.
strength. And then when you think about it, like what you said earlier, carrying groceries, that also is reflected
actually
in
grip strength, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
correct. Yeah, like a farmer's carry.
Yeah.
And it's very functional. Or don't be that client that tells me, I get all my groceries delivered from you on red mud. But at some point in time, you're carrying your
have to
kids or
carry,
you're carrying your suitcase. So you're carrying something.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that you're never going to touch anything in your entire life. A pot. I have a client who, when she first started with me in her, I think, early 60s, she couldn't even lift up a kettle, which is like, I don't know, 2 kilos, a full kettle. Yeah. And that's like very functional. And imagine like if it's full and the water's hot.
Yeah.
And you like, you know, you lose your balance or you accidentally tip it over. You're having a disaster, right, on your hands. So that's all very functional stuff. So people don't think about exercise as in like, it's only to do pull-ups or it's only to be in the gym. It's reflected in your health and just your daily living.
Yeah.
I think that's
But
right.
it's also very fun to have these skills, because when I go to the market, to the hawkers, and then I buy, especially fruits. Auntie, you bought too much already. You can't carry. Okay, next trip, you buy it just enough. Then you can carry.
Yeah.
I can carry 10 on each.
Or her fruit seller will say, no, I cannot sell to you, too much.
Too much. Yeah, Mr. Lim is very cute. I'm not going to sell you.
Yeah, then she
too much.
carry back from Chinatown all the way home.
Oh my gosh.
So you have a lot of fun talking to people like that. Yeah.
Yes. And I think you really reset their expectations,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Build relationships that way too. Yes.
So I mean, I get the general sense of the exercise philosophy that you guys have. It is really full body and it's all about building muscle. It doesn't have to be big, but
I think that's
functional
key.
enough.
Muscle,
yes.
muscle,
And then you mix it with aerobic and different people can do any aerobic, anything to get your heart rate up.
Yeah.
Because that gives you the most anti-aging kind of benefits,
Just to
right?
have a little bit of a bragging time here. When I ran the Masters 100 meters, outran a Sri Lankan woman and outran a Indonesian woman. So when the minister Ong Ye Kuen gave me the gold medal, one of the things he whispered to me is so important to build muscle, so important to build muscle. I said, Mr. Ong, I build muscle 3 times a week. And he nodded. Muscle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was her first track and field race ever. A couple of months ago.
3 years old.
100 meters.
Yeah, 100 meter sprint. The fact that she's actually running at 79. I think it's
The fact that you're running at 79 and also the fact that you can do a sprint because a lot of older people, they are doing that kind of cardio that is the zone 2 steady state.
Yes.
And then I actually wrote about it in my book that actually one of the important functions is also sprinting, that power, so that you can run after the MRT or the bus. But a lot of older people actually don't even have that. But sometimes there's so much to cover. They are just doing that kind of functional movement and then a zone 2, the slow cycling in the gym. The fact that you can sprint 100 meters is
Under the
amazing.
training, I was at Pesta Sukan also 2 months ago. And I walked away with all the gold medals.
She's like a national record holder in like
400 meters, 1,500.
That is crazy. When you were younger, did you ever think at 79 you're going to be like, athlete of the year,
That's why I tell people my latter years are better than my former years.
And just reiterate again, is it absolutely true that when you're younger, you're not some kind of like Singapore national athlete?
No,
secretly.
never. It's the usual school sports day, You go and do your running, go and do your
but
high jump.
not like an
the only
athlete
thing
where
she
you
was-
exercise all the time.
School.
The only thing she was ever good at is skipping.
Okay.
And then now still also can do the cross,
That is amazing.
skipping, double unders. So I
when
think she
you-
somehow maintained that.
Yeah. But when you were working in the corporate world, did you have a healthy exercise regime that you carried through?
Never
So you didn't.
exercise. No? So looking back,
So there is a lot of hope for a lot of women and even men out there, because there are a lot of people that haven't exercised for decades. Let's not talk about primary school, because I think we were all forced to do it. But for decades in our working
a lot
life.
of hope for them. I started at 72. They don't have to wait till 72 to start.
Yeah,
They
so
can start earlier.
I think because like I said earlier, convincing the older folks, like those in their 70s and 80s to exercise is very hard. So I personally feel the target group for us is like people in their 40s, 50s.
Okay.
Because I think in your 40s and 50s, if your kids probably a little older, so you have a little bit more time, a little bit more sleep.
Yeah.
Income-wise, it's probably a little more stable.
Yeah.
And then that's when they have time to breathe. And so that's when you have time to focus a little more on yourself. And also I realized that because we're like a gym clinic, so what we do for our new clients is that we have them go to our family physician, do all the blood work, everything, make sure they are cleared. And then so we know, example, if they have XYZ symptoms that we want to fix, high cholesterol, whatever it is, if they have osteoporosis, etc. And people in their 40s and 50s are starting to do their medical checks. Whereas in your 20s and 30s, I'm so young, I'm so healthy, no problem. Okay? But by the time you get to your 40s and 50s, then things start to maybe go south a little bit. And then that's when they're a little more aware. So that health belief system where you want to fix your health if you are proactive about it. Some people just really don't care. Yep, sure. But some people want to take action to kind of fix that.
Yeah.
And then that's the prime age group. I think that most people will be seen in the gym consistently. Yeah, because they have the time, they have the money, a little bit more money to spend on it. And I think it's important because you want to have a good health span.
No, and I think that at that age, they're saying that, why are my bones this way? It's like the lady I met yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I suddenly feel that my bones are creaking. I'm not aligned. Although I've done yoga, all my life, I've done Qigong all my life. Something's not quite right.
But it's a genuine because some of my older patients, I tell them, just go for a run. They say, I can't run because I have knee pain. But then the less you exercise, then the more pains you'll get.
Yep, correct.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset that people are like, no, I have pain, I should not exercise.
Yeah.
But you kind of need to work through that. Like when we have clients with frozen shoulder, we know that they have to work through it in order to fix it.
Yeah.
And then to maintain if we cure them, then it's like, you have to maintain it, right? So it's like the saying is like, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
Okay, use it or lose it.
Okay.
So if you don't use your shoulder, you don't do like back day, whatever it is, then you lose it lah. So all the pains will come back or the pains will come.
Okay.
So this is like a prevention or exercise is medicine.
Yeah, knee.
Auntie C, do you have any injuries that you sometimes encounter when you are exercising at this intensity?
Injuries from the exercises. I only recall old injuries. After a difficult exercise at the beginning, not now, I have difficulty sitting in the toilet. So I know I have
but it's like aching or
temporarily for a day and a half or so. I've learned to call them nice aches.
Okay.
All right.
So I have to differentiate from the nice aches and then the not nice aches. When you sit too long watching Netflix, that's not so nice.
Sometimes I remember and I recall, the injuries I've had earlier, decades ago.
Yeah.
And that was because I was careless and never exercised at that point in time in my life.
Okay.
Never knew about exercising.
Yeah. So back to your third pillar, which is sleep. How do you make Auntie C sleep, according to your recommendations? And what is your recommendation?
It's just the reverse.
Oh.
Ever since I was a child, and for as long as I remember, my mom's been telling me, 10 o'clock, go to sleep. So actually that one, before all the medical science research came out that you need your 7 to 8, whatever hours, I've always heard her, that's always been drilled in my head. We're not, as teenagers, we try to be a night owl and stuff like that, but she's never been like that. And she's always said, 10 o'clock, go to sleep already. Why you stay up for? Go to sleep. So that's her. And so...
Because I do it for myself.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, so she makes you go to sleep, but she doesn't stay up. Because a lot of mothers make the daughters go to sleep and then they are staying up watching...
No. My mom doesn't watch TV. That's the thing. She just,
Okay, so for you all, it's 10 o'clock, lights out.
That's for our entire family.
And then what time do you all wake up?
I'm the early bird.
Yeah.
Okay. I take the morning classes. So before 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you will have already had a good 7 hours.
7 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be up at 6:30.
Oh, okay.
Because I always tell my clients who do sleep late, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, at 2 a.m. What are they doing?
Yeah, it's like watching Netflix or what? Is it relevant? And then I realize,
Sometimes it's a habit, I think.
you can undo it.
Yeah.
I think that as we know, the circadian rhythm is such that, the melatonin kicks in like 9 to 10-ish.
Yeah.
So by right, we should be asleep. It's all artificial light that's keeping us awake, right? And really, are you more productive at night? I don't know. I think it's a real psychological thing.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
Do teenagers, yes, research has shown that they tend to have slightly different circadian rhythms, but in all honesty, the majority of people should have that, like, wake up at 7, 8 and then sleep.
So that all your hormones at least can work and come on to
And you
repair
need
your
your
skin and
rest.
body.
Yeah, and if you don't sleep enough, cortisol builds up, then you have inflammation and other stuff. So this all leads to a bigger picture of your health.
That's true.
So
Both of you look so useful.
That there must be something in this, because I can tell that you're definitely not wearing makeup and both of you have glowing skin and then you have bright eyes. So there is some truth to it.
enough sleep.
Enough sleep, good nutrition,
yeah,
you know? Yeah.
And exercise.
And exercise. And I think the exercise is also quite fulfilling in your life, right? To be able to accomplish something like that, I cannot imagine how many pull-ups again? 105 pull-ups
105 today.
and 343 burpees. It must make you feel good because it is
It
something,
makes me feel tired too.
but it's a good tired. It's a good tired.
Tired, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And do you think that all this exercise actually gives you better mental health? Because the other
yes.
thing I notice for people when they go older is actually they get a bit sadder.
Sadder?
Like depression. Because of the lack of mobility, movement and, yeah.
Yeah, and they
So
start to reflect.
They start to reflect and maybe
There's a
people
regret.
around them pass away. So, they're also less outgoing and sometimes I think it affects them cognitively and they forget stuff. But Auntie C remembers everything.
Yep, she's fine.
Yeah, I shall still go to war at 85.
I think like for her, and we talk about brain gym a lot.
Yeah.
So learning new things every day. Whether it's new facts, new
and
conversations.
conversation in your gym.
Correct.
So
it's actually
a lot of things.
So again, it's mixing with people, isn't it?
And it's mixing with different generations.
Yes.
I always have this issue. So I had this client, super cute, Auntie June, 78 this year. And she's been with me for many years.
3 years.
3. And when she first started, I remember this conversation. So our classes are a mix of ages. So it could be like a 40-year-old with a 70-year-old. It doesn't matter. And she specifically said to me, like she doesn't think this way anymore, thankfully, after much brainwashing. But early on, she would tell me like, I'm old, so I should associate with old people. And I was like, oh, that made me think like, oh, why?
Why?
Yeah, comfort. You are 70 something, you associate with other 70-year-olds. There's less chance of change.
And the conversation topics actually become the same thing every day.
I know, and I find it really. I went to market today and I bought Pak Choy at 10 cents cheaper than I bought at Sheng Siong at NTU. So, and then it's like, my doctor recommended this medication for cholesterol. Yeah, I'm taking this other one. Then I take
And they
this
go
other.
spiraling into this whole
And
echo
it's
chamber.
The same. And then after all these years of brainwashing, I said, no, Auntie June, you please need to associate with different people. And she can admit that she doesn't understand what everybody's talking about, but she listens. And then when she's curious enough, then she'll ask, to clarify. And I really appreciate that she's trying to learn.
Yeah.
It's difficult. Like when seniors deal with technology.
Yeah.
Wow, you gotta download this app, SingPass, gotta remember this password. You can see my mom's frustration.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
voice. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But okay, never mind. Calmly just sit down with them. And I think one of the questions that you had planned to ask was, when dealing with seniors, is there a different take?
Yeah.
And I think that the key is patience.
The key is patience, right?
And perseverance.
Perseverance. On my part or your part? On my part. I think my part, I'm very like persevering, long suffering, like 10 days or 10 weeks. I had to tell her drink protein until she finally.
Right.
Okay. But I think like I said, 30% of Singaporeans exercise statistically thereabouts.
Okay.
amongst the seniors, a lot less.
Yes.
I don't know what the statistics specifically is, maybe 10%, I don't know. So the fact that if a senior actually walks into my gym and already is
a start.
willing,
Yeah.
correct, is already willing. So I have to play my part and I have to be very patient.
You have to be very
because they
patient.
have a lot of fears, like we highlighted earlier.
Yeah.
Changes. And then, after one session, aches, pains, is this normal? How do I recover? I had one client came once only. After the workout, I had to go for a massage. My daughter brought me such torture. That kind of thing. So
That sounds like me.
yeah. Well, at least you keep going back to the gym, right? Because you know it's good for you. But the seniors it takes a lot more patience.
Okay.
I think even when dealing with my mom, she complain and grizzle, I'll listen. They're like, yeah, what do you want? Sympathy? That's not sympathy.
But the great thing is because you have the experience with your mom, and that's why I think you can handle all your older clients better.
I don't think so.
Oh, no, you don't think?
I don't think so because my mom is atypical in every way, shape, and form.
Okay.
You tell her to do, she'll like, okay lah. Yeah. But with a lot of them, no. 不要
Really?
我一定要用4公斤 I
Really?
4 kilos.
But I have that, I also, you're not talking about seniors, even I have it.
Yeah.
I'm very scared of increasing the weights. I have this idea that if I carry too heavy, I will crash and fall into a pile of dust.
Like more like a
Yeah, so you're always used to doing 4 kg. If I go to the gym alone, then I'll always just pick up that 4 kg.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I think that your concept with a small class makes sense, but still having a PT, like a teacher there, because we are not going to increase the weight ourselves.
Yeah, so I'm
For
there,
me, if I
be
can do 4 kg forever, I will
Auntie
just do 4
June increase
kg.
the weight a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the competitive age, my friend is 40, I'm also 40, let's just increase. She increased the weight 1 kilo. Okay lah, I increased
Yes,
it.
seeing other people, right?
It's
Yes,
okay.
yes. Making
So,
yourself in the environment.
Correct. So last year we went to Cambodia with Auntie June and we did some deadlifts. So she'd never done a barbell deadlift before.
That is crazy. Auntie June is 73?
78. And
78, oh my God.
so I think what we did was
You're doing
like
deadlifts?
30 kilos, maybe. I think it was 30 kilos. So I know how she thinks. So if I had asked her to go first, I know that she would never lift the bar. So I put my mom first. So if my mom can, then she also can.
That's really
and it's
incredible,
like
isn't
really
it?
like it's just a leading by example. And if somebody sees her do something and then they're like, oh, okay, I can.
But that's also very true.
And
yeah.
because recently we've been in Straits Times and on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. And then a lot of people clients come to us like, oh, I saw Auntie C do it. So
I want to be
therefore
like Auntie
I
C.
can. And especially the older folks. They're like, okay, I'm inspired enough to take action. Yeah, rather than just inspired and clap on the sofa, Netflix.
Yeah. You're breaking a lot of glass ceilings and inspiring a lot of women to make a change because there are a lot of older men, because in China there have been many cases of older men that do amazing things. I was looking at this 70-year-old man that climbed downhill his mountain on alligator climb. But he's a man, so a lot of women say, yeah lah, of course lah, 当然啦, because he's a man. Because your women already is a disadvantage. Because when I go to the gym, I'm like so scared because all these men, they look so jacked, right? Then you're getting somebody who's older and a woman, so it's amazing. I'm not doing the woman things, not doing the yoga pilates, doing a deadlift, burpees, pull-ups.
And I think that with social media
inspiring.
now, you see a lot more of that with women doing heavy weights, doing amazing things in the gym. It's helped to break that stereotype.
It's helped to break that
But you're right,
stereotype.
it's still very Western.
Yeah.
I think in the West, common, especially amongst younger women, in Asian cultures, still that resistance little bit.
Asian culture and this whole gym and muscle building, a lot of girls keep saying, I don't want to be big, I don't want to be fat. But it's not that easy to grow muscles.
very difficult.
You can't be big and fat. Yeah. And the thing about social media is that it's great because your story is getting out to so many people and inspiring so many people. But on social media, the flip side is you are also getting the lot of the quick fixes, you don't have to exercise, you just take a pill or drink this tea, you're going to lose weight. So it really depends on what is on your feed and the algorithm. So if, for example, I get Auntie C's and then I get more inspiring stories. But if I'm on the feed where I want to have a quick fix to lose weight and just drink tea, I also get that. And that's also the problem. A lot of young people look at celebrities and they think, wow, you know, they, after pregnancy, 1 month and they're so skinny, it's just a pill or, you know.
Oh, you do get the opposite as well. And because we post regularly online, we do get trolls and we do get people that give her advice. You don't exercise really.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's dangerous.
Yes.
You don't gay kiang, you know, that kind of thing. Like, so the negative feedback, doesn't affect us, but it keeps us informed that there are
That
such
is
mindsets.
the mindset.
Correct.
And that is actually quite interesting when you talk about trolls because it reflects what the stereotypes are. I remember, you know, I don't always go to gym, but when I was pregnant, I was walking on the treadmill and this Indian lady rushed and go, you better stop, the baby's gonna drop out. So that is one. And I also remember, even when I'm doing my Instagram, I do get trolls telling me things like, you know, Dr. Low, you shouldn't wear that dress because you're so old already. So, you know, people also have this mindset about what I'm wearing. That at this age, you mustn't wear this or eat this or do this. And that's caging us as women, what women are doing to women. So it's terrible, isn't it? Yeah.
Don't listen.
Don't listen.
So one question, Yan Lin, was Auntie C a very strict mother when she's younger? Because you have turned out so well. You have great habits. And is it because she was a strict mother with this whole, you know,
I have to
nutrition?
tell you this, and I've repeated this multiple times. Thankfully, you met her in her 70s. If you've met her in her 50s, you wouldn't have liked her.
Why is that so?
She was super strict.
Super strict to you.
Super strict on the kids and like...
Very focused.
So my dad was the clown. My mom was the
Were
disciplinarian.
you a tiger mom and making them study very hard?
No. She wasn't.
Tuition.
So she was never go for tuition.
Oh,
And she
okay.
was like, but she was very strict.
About what?
And no humor, no laugh. Well, she's very strict lah. Like, and she's really...
I grew up with a mother who says in everything that you do, 只有成功，没有失败.
Wow, that is also a very pressurizing mentality.
Very pressurizing. You must succeed in everything that you undertake. Everything.
Yeah, so she's-
where is the humor? Where is
so she's very
And so she
serious.
brought you up with that.
Yeah,
You must
so
win mentality.
maybe the first 20, 30 years.
Then I learned to change by God's grace.
Yeah, so she managed to lighten up a little bit. And I think maybe in part the passing of my dad. Because he used to like lighten up the atmosphere.
Yeah.
He was really the clown. You could talk
And I
to
used
any
to
of...
think he's crazy.
Yeah, she used to complain about it. It was like, don't be like him. But it's like the opposite. But she's kind of hit a happy medium, I think. And times where she's serious and then she can break
I
up.
think that you have hit a happy medium.
Yeah.
But do you think, you know, both of you exercising together has deepened this bond?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean,
yes. We, you know, usually at dining tables, people talk about eat some more. How's the food? Good, right? That's all in terms of conversation. But our dining table is very fun. You know, we talk about exercise, we talk about nutrition, we talk about her donating to Emily. You know Emily?
Emily, tell me.
So Emily is the largest gut microbiome organization.
Oh, okay.
Dr.
And you're
Jer.
donating?
So I was one of the donors for a little
Very
while.
nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to regain my donor status after I got E. coli, so I don't know somewhere.
I see. Okay.
So like number 24 out of like 30,000 people. So
Okay.
it's quite hard to...
Yeah.
So my mom in short, she likes to talk about my shit. And then she pat herself on her back because she's the one that feeds me good shit.
feed her.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
a lot of stuff. We talk about research.
But you realize it's incredible that you can talk to your mom like that.
Correct.
Because at 79, there are a lot of people that have dementia, forgetfulness, and the interaction actually degrades.
So the physical
parents.
exercise helps with the mental capacity,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And the
all
fact that you're
science
surrounded
shows
by
that.
younger
Yes.
people.
Yes.
It's a very stimulating
Yeah, in what
environment.
scenario can you be meeting younger people every day? Except for
all
exercise.
the time,
Because if you
yes.
go to a community center, even if you join, say, Active SG, they put you together with the same older
correct.
people, and you're going to talk about the same thing every day.
Can you imagine in a gym that's young men at 29 years old invites this old woman to his wedding?
Oh my goodness, that's so fun.
So cute, yeah.
Oh, that's very good. So in retrospect, is Yan Ling a strict daughter? Now, she said you're a strict mom. Is she a strict
No,
daughter?
she's been quieter and more reserved as a result. She's very different.
Okay.
She's very different. She's very exuberant in class. One of the noisiest.
Yeah, the neighbors can hear me from downstairs.
I can hear from downstairs.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
she's
So
strict to you.
whether the client is French, Indian, China, if the China lady is a Dutch, the noise.
But she's asking if I'm strict to you.
You're
If
strict
I'm
to me.
strict to
Yeah,
you.
because she's your daughter. Do you think she's stricter to you than other students?
stricter.
Or is she a
Oh,
strict?
in terms of
yeah, or
exercises.
the way she, even at home, like she's making you drink all these things.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
There's
you know,
no
you were strict to her
negotiation.
when you're
Yeah,
younger.
no negotiation with her. I can protest. Sometimes. The helping is too big. I always complain that the helping is too big,
Then
too
I'll say-
generous.
Then I'll say, your feedback has been registered.
Okay, I will say that to my mom. Now, that's a very good one. I will say that to her.
Yes.
Your feedback
Yeah.
has been
Thank you.
registered.
Yeah, so she says my eye power is very sharp.
I'm very scared of you already.
I don't have to say anything. And the day before my birthday, so we were going to fly out on my birthday to Vietnam, which was 2 weeks ago. The day before, was it the day before or Saturday? 2 days. It was Monday we were flying out. And then I think Saturday, she kind of looked at the workout on Monday and she said, wow, this is going to take me a long time. Are we going to find a gym in Vietnam to do this? And I was like, no, Mom. It's long. It might take you 2 hours because it has like 320 burpees.
320 burpees.
Yeah, that's the
I
start.
wanted to sign up the girls for your class.
Yeah.
Who does 320 burpees?
On my birthday, special workout, 200 push-ups, 300 squats. So that's it. Okay, so actually what I had said to my mom was, you don't have to do it. No force. Not, you don't have to. I let you go on account it's my birthday present to you.
Wow.
And then the next thing I know, she goes to the toilet. She comes up. I do today lah. She puts on her shoes and so I didn't actually force her. And I was like, yeah, I don't know.
Honor you.
I don't know why you're talking about me very, very strict.
But how did you actually complete it? I mean, you put on your shoes. Did you do it all at one go or did you?
All her birthday awards are like this.
Okay.
Her birthday awards are like this. Very, very tough.
Okay.
So whoever the client is having a birthday,
Yeah, don't-
oh my goodness. Sometimes I tell them, how come you're not born on the first, second, or third? Like, alright, but 29, 30, we have to do so many movements.
Yeah. It corresponds to the birthday, the birth date.
Did you have to do your burpees in batches to be able to finish 330, 40?
Yes. In batches of 40.
But
Batches of 40.
This morning. Yeah.
but that's where her discipline comes.
That is real discipline.
That's the-
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's how she got her results.
Discipline and perseverance.
Okay.
Commitment to myself.
Okay.
And health.
Okay.
All right. And the renewal of my own youth. It's all about me at the
I love it.
day.
If there's one advice you can give to our audience, what would it be for somebody, a woman that's getting a bit older that has never exercised before?
Overcome your fear. No, you have overcome
It is
so many
the fear.
challenges in your life. And this is a request to ask you to just step into the gym and be coached by a professional, all right, who walks the talk. And then do accordingly. Learn from the young.
Yeah.
And then your mind will be open
Yeah.
to new things.
I love it because you're right, the thing that stops most of us is fear. It's not the weakness in the muscle or you are not flexible because those can be overcome, but the fear really stops us for even trying.
Yeah. And then if you look at your peers, it's like me now, this is knee surgery, kneecap surgery, and then excruciating pain. And then there are 1 or 2 pending surgery. Pain here, pain there. Oh my goodness. All these are preventable. All these are preventable. So go to the gym.
Yeah.
Build your muscle.
I'm so inspired that I will try to do 1 pull-up by next year. And I will let Yan Ling know if I manage to do it, like 1 pull-up. So that at least when I'm older, falling down, I can pull myself up just 1 time.
It took 4 years, okay? So if you can do it in 1 or 2 years, it's very good.
And what is your shame us again? What is your pull-up max again? 10?
7.
7.
Oh no, not
7.
7. And
Okay.
then on pull up with weight.
Weighted pull-ups. That doesn't even cross my mind. Why would I put weights if I'm doing pull-ups?
Weighted pull up 5 is easy.
That is
Done
crazy.
Once 7.5 under her watch.
My God.
Did it once.
That is amazing. And Yan Lin, if there's one advice you have to give listeners on how we can embark on this journey and become like your mom, what would it be?
Start today.
Start today, right?
The gym, hire a coach.
Yeah.
Don't wait until the stars align or the 1st of January.
We always wait. In fact, I was just thinking that, I was saying that I want to do the pull-up, but I'm thinking I'm so busy today, tomorrow. I will start next month because then when I sign up for the gym membership, it starts. So you are right.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Because after 1st of January, you have Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
And that's another 15 days.
Yeah.
So it will never start.
It never ends, right?
Start today. Just calendar. Just like you make an appointment to see your doctor or your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you have a date night, right? Okay, to go to the gym together. Okay, that's your date. So just incorporate it into your life.
Okay. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Yeah, I hope both of you also had a fun time talking to me.
Yeah.
If today's episode made you rethink what's possible for your own health and longevity, share it with someone who needs that spark. A huge thank you to Yan Lin and her incredible mom for showing us that age is not a barrier. It's just a number. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and Spotify so you never miss another inspiring story. And if you love this conversation, leave us a review. It helps more people find these powerful stories. Until next time, keep moving, keep thriving, and keep proving what's possible.